Hey everyone, it's Cassie with LDRS Creative, and today we're going to be playing with one of our new stamp sets, 24 Karat Friend. It has this adorable large bunny and a bunch of littler stamps to go with it. Today we're going to be putting the bow in the bunny's hair instead of that flower. I'll show you how to do that with a little bit of masking. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is make some masks. We're going to make a mask of the bunny and the bow. I've already done the bunny, so now we're going to do the bow. All you need to do is stamp your image on the stamping mask paper. You want to stamp it on the matte side and then fussy cut around it. You can then peel off the backing paper from the front paper. If you're having a hard time getting that started, you can use a craft knife or a craft pick to kind of get your blade in between the layers and make it easier to peel apart just like this. Then you're left with a mask that is like a sticker. I like to store mine on the back of my stamp carrier sheet so that they can be used over and over again. Now we're going to put our front panel into a stamp positioner, and I'm using my mask to figure out where I want my bunny to be. And then I'm going to line up the bow where I want the bow. I'll pick that up with the lid and remove the mask for the bunny. I'm inking my stamp up with some coffee bean hybrid ink. There's links in the description below for that, as well as the stamps. And then stamping that down and placing the mask. And then I can place my bunny stamp back where I had my mask earlier. Pick that up with the lid of the stamp positioner. And then we're ready to do a little bit of masking on the stamp itself. So we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit of clear tape, and we're going to put that right over top of the flower because we don't want that flower to stamp past the mask. When we have that finished, we can go ahead and ink up our stamp with some more coffee bean ink and then pull off that tape. You want to make sure you pull off the tape before you stamp it so you don't get any weird smudges. And we're just going to close the lid and press down as normal. Because the flower was a little bit wider than the bow, we do need to do a little bit of touching up with a fine liner, but it's not a big deal. Just connect the lines. I'm going to go ahead and put the bunny mask back on. And I'm just aligning the grass stamp near the bottom of her feet to give her something to stand on. So I'll pick that up with the lid, ink it up with coffee bean ink again, and stamp that. At this point, we can remove our masks and start to color. Once the coloring is done, I want to give it a nice clean and simple but finished look, so I'm going with my fine liner and just doing a quick doodle border. And finally, we're going to put it back into our stamp positioner and choose our sentiment. I'm using the Have a Good Hair Day. Just position that where I want it, pick it up with the lid. And we can go ahead and ink it up. This time I'm using Raven, which is the black ink. And now we're ready to assemble our card. I have a card base prepped, and I'm just going to add some adhesive and then adhere the stamp panel to the front of my card. At this point, you can leave it as it is or embellish however you'd like. I'm using a white gel pen to add some little details, some polka dots to the bow, as well as some little dots of eye shine to her eyes. I also wanted to add a little bit of sparkle, so I have some jewels that I'll be adding. And that's how easy it is to give this sweet little bunny a bow. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. You can find links in the description below for the products that I used, as well as other places you can find LDRS Creative and other places you can find me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.